So you're ready to start spraying liquid products on your lawn, but you're unsure that you'll do it right. Or maybe you're afraid you're going to hurt your lawn because you're just not comfortable with the professional products. Look, it was only a few years ago, and I was just like you. I had all the same questions and concerns. And it wasn't until I understood these fundamentals that I became comfortable with spraying. Learning how to properly and accurately spray your lawn is one of the hardest things to master in DIY lawn care. But if you apply these 3 principles, the next time you spray your lawn, you're going to be more confident, more comfortable, and it's going to deliver you better results. Before we begin, I need to share something extremely important. So before you spray anything on your lawn, you need to know one crucial thing about your lawn, and that is how many square feet your lawn is. Now, this can be done one of 2 ways. Option 1, you can jump online. I recommend a website called Next Gen Lawns. Simply put in your address and use the tool to outline sections of your lawn, and it will automatically total the square feet for you. And the second is actually my preferred way because it's more accurate and it gets you in the lawn. Simply divide your lawn into manageable sections. Then, using a tape measure, measure areas of your lawn using length times width. Then total up all of those sections to get your entire square feet. Just do your best here. The measurements don't have to be exact all the way down to the inch, but we certainly want to strive to be as accurate as possible. So why is this so important? Well, it's important because every application we make going forward is going to be determined from the square feet of your lawn. Look, everything we apply in DIY lawn care is based off 1,000 square feet. And if that measurement is inaccurate, we could either be under applying or over applying. And neither one is going to give us the results that we're looking for. So first, let's go over a few terms that I think you should know. Carrier volume. This is simply the amount of liquid that we use to carry a product across your lawn. Different products require different volumes to avoid over-concentration. So using the correct carrier volume protects not only your lawn, but it protects the products so they work as intended. We'll talk more about this later. Next up is spray volume. Now this is the total amount of product being sprayed. So this includes not only the product being sprayed, but also its carrier volume. And the last one is your swath. This is the width of your spray pattern. And this is controlled by the PSI of your sprayer, the spray tip that you're using, and the height that you're holding your tip. The higher you hold the tip, the further the liquid is sprayed, thus increasing your swath. I divide applications into 2 categories, foliar and soil-based. Foliar applications are when the product being applied is intended to be absorbed through the foliar tissue of the plant. So this would include fertilizers, iron treatments, and some fungicides. Now, soil-based, on the other hand, are exactly what they sound like. These are applications where the product being applied has the intention of reaching the soil. Now, most of the time, these products are watered in after we apply them. Now, when it comes to spraying your lawn, the single most important thing that you can do is get an even application. Your goal with every application is to apply the desired product evenly across the entire area of your lawn. And this is really simple, but not easy. And so that leads me to my first principle. Consistency is king. The goal isn't spraying fast, it's spraying evenly. And so here are a few tips to help you do just that. Focus on walking a steady pace. Keeping a consistent pace ensures that the liquid being sprayed out of your sprayer is evenly distributed. A tip here is to try listening to music. Listening to a song with maybe a good beat or rhythm really seems to help. And then over time, you'll notice how the sprayer feels on your back as it empties while you're walking. The more experience you get with spraying, the easier and the more consistent your pace will become. And when you're walking, pay attention to the height of your nozzle. And try to keep the nozzle about knee high. That always seems to give me the best results. You want to try to overlap your spray pattern. So keep an eye on the edge of your swath and try to keep the edge of your spray pattern slightly overlapped the previous pass. Something that I do that really helps me out is I use the mower lines as a guide. They keep me walking in a straight line. My second principle is calibration over guessing. Most issues with beginners are caused because they don't know how much product they're putting on their lawns. To solve this, pick an area of your lawn that is about 1,000 square feet, about the size of a large room, and then fill your sprayer with 1 gallon of water and practice walking that area, adjusting your walking speed until the 1 gallon is emptied just as you're reaching the end of that area. You may need to adjust your walking speed or adjust the setting on your sprayer to achieve this, but your walking pace should be comfortable and repeatable. Think of it like this. We're not calibrating the sprayer, but rather calibrating us to the sprayer. I would encourage you to practice with products like biostimulants or just plain water. That way, there is no risk of you harming your lawn. And you can do this until you feel more comfortable and confident. The worst thing that could happen is you run out of product before you reach the end of that area. This is called over application, and it could lead to big issues. Now look, if you have product left over, that is perfectly fine. Just go over that area again, and then the next time, just try reducing your walking speed. Now, before you spray your lawn with fertilizer or fungicide or herbicides, it's always a good idea to check out the label. The label is going to tell you everything that you need to know and answer so many of your questions. Questions like, are there restrictions that I need to know about? Can I combine this product? And if so, what is the mixing order? What is the application rate? Or how much carrier volume do I need? Let's talk about the question that I receive more than any other. And it's my third fundamental, and it's understanding carrier volume. For most homeowners, 1 gallon covers 1,000 square feet, and that is a safe and effective application rate. Where things get a little confusing is that you can make adjustments to your carrier volume. Let me give you an example. If I want to spray biostimulants, I adjust a setting on my sprayer, and without changing my walking speed or my spray swath, I can get that same 1 gallon of liquid to now cover 2,500 square feet. That's 2.5 1,000 square foot sections. And by doing this, I have reduced the carrier volume, allowing me to cover so much more area without needing to refill my sprayer as often. Now, a quick side note. Because these products are soil-based and not foliar, there's no risk of them burning my lawn and causing damage. So please use caution if you plan on adjusting carrier volume of products, especially like fertilizers or fungicides, because they're foliar. If you apply them at a high concentration, there's a risk of damaging your lawn. But always follow the label. The label is the law. The ability to adjust your carrier volume is completely up to you, and it is specific to your lawn situation. Just remember what's important: even coverage. If you can save some time by reducing carrier volume, that's great, but that is not the goal. And practice does make perfect. The more times you spray, the better and the more comfortable and more confident you will become. Just remember these 3 key principles. Consistency is king, don't guess, and understand your carrier volume. You are now armed with all of the information that you need to start spraying with confidence. So get out there and start enjoying the most fun aspect of caring for your lawn. So if you want help choosing the best sprayer or the best sprayer tip, I'll put a video right here that you can check out next. So until next time, my name is Devin. I'm the DIY Lawn Coach, and I'll see you in the next one.